There's a famous dry flies in America called Catskill dry flies, like this one here. This is the Quill Gordon. It's an excellent dry fly. It works extremely well here in the UK as well. It'll represent a lot of the duns and the mayflies coming off. I like to, especially this colour combination, I like to use when it's quite dull and not too bright. I'm going to tie a slight variant of that one there. I mean, all I'm going to change is the hackle. Other else, that was exactly the same. Exact same tying and stuff. Now, the hook I'm using is a Camasan. It's a B170 size 12. Thread I'm using is a Uni 80 in black. Now I tied these down to a 16 and they kept working, so it's certainly worth having in your box. Now what I normally do is take the thread down halfway and bring the thread halfway back up. This will give you the measure, the area where to put the wing. Now the wing itself, this summer duck, it's a great colour feather. It's a lovely feather itself. There's one here. It's got what you're looking for is an even split either side of the feather. Nice marks on it. There's another one here. It's probably better marked on it, so I'll use this one. Now what I'm going to do first is remove fibres, the lower fibres from either side at the bottom, from the stem. Then take out the centre, just the tip. Just remove it like that. Make sure it's done. I don't think I've done it right. I'll just check again. There you go, that's better. That gives you basically your right and your left side. Now with the curve of the feather facing down the hook, length you're looking for is probably round about from the barb to the point, or to the eye of the hook. Now what I do is come in with a couple of loose turns and just then bring the feather through the fibres, just making sure they stay on top to the length that you want. Then tighten up with 2 or 3 turns. Then separating these fibres, right and left. Come in with fingers. Make sure you get a nice split between the two. You'll see the fibres curving practically towards one another, and you'll see the space where you want to split them. Now all I do is come in with figure 8, come round on the back, front, lift them up, then come in with tons of thread in front. This will lock them. And there we are. That's fine. Then bring the thread to the back and start to come back down. Now with the scissors, come in between the wing and then cut at a slight angle, which is a taper you'll find in the fibre. The cut is then tapered, so then when you take your thread down, touch and turns, you'll see that it actually tapers away. And it's important that you get a tapered or a nice body on this, especially with the quill. Now once you get to the point where you're in line with the barb, you want to tie in your tail. Now the rusty dun is a grey and a rust type colour on the outside. You probably see it better with this. This is the body hackle, sorry, the front hackle. You see the grey in the centre and the red on the outside. This is one of the larger feathers which I'm going to use fibres from the tail, or to form the tail. Now if you bring the fibres 90 degrees from the stem, you'll see the tips will line up. Now remove quite a few, don't be shy, put a few on. Length of the tail, the length of the hook. All I do is a single turn on top, and then keeping hold of the points, bring the thread underneath, and do a single turn on top to lock that in. And as you can see, the tail sits exactly where you want. Come in. Now you want at least a mil and a half from the wing. Trim away the waste. Don't trim it down here because you'll end up with a step. You don't want that. Now for the body, it's one of the fibres. It's a quill from the peacock eye. These are the quills here, and you remove one. tear it off and you get a small piece of skin at the bottom. And then you remove the fine fibres, which I use as a rubber. Just rub it on your desk and remove the fine fibre, it will come off. Then, where the small piece of skin is, I do a single turn and then I pull that in, just to the side, and then touch and turns, tie your thread up, tying in your tail, tying in your quill, and hopefully you have a nice tapered body which you're looking for, like that. I'm going to taper in it. And then you can either varnish after this, varnish over the top of the quill, or what I like to do is come in, get some super glue, put it onto the body, so that when I wind the quill up, what it does, it instantly sticks. Now if you've got too much, I'll just tap it and remove some of it. Now to form the body, you just bring the quill up, and you want to touch and turns as you wind up. It's a great body, the quill of the peacock. Just work your way all the way up. And as you wind and it touches the body, it sticks instantly. It's very strong. And then remove the excess. Scratch out with 2 or 3 turns. Now I've got one of the rusty dun hackles ready. Just remove the fluff from the bottom and reveal the stem. Now when I tie this on, you want the underside of the feather facing yourself. So when you tie the hackle, it's facing forward. And then work your way down towards the eye. Towards the wing, sorry. Bring the wing out the way, bring the thread to the front, and then carry on down, remove the waste piece of stem. Now, Catskill style flies, they've got a very neat head area, they leave a nice space. Whenever you see a Catskill flies, it's just, they're beautifully tied. And then, looking at like 3 turns down towards the wing, on this side, pull the wing back, do about 3 turns in front, and simply bring it across your thread, wind down, 3 or 4 turns, and then remove the hackle point. Now, at this point here, what I do is anything going forward, just pull it back, down towards the eye and come back up. And then straight in, hit finish. 4 turns or so, and come up. Move your thread, and all you have to do is come in with some varnish. Tiny bit of varnish, just watch the fibres, don't catch it, just draw them back. Just touch all the way around. Just take your time. And there we are. That's your fly ready. Varnished and ready to go. And there you are. And that there is just a slight, no difference between that and the Quill Gordon, as I said. There's a nice grey hackle. This one's got the grey and red, or the rusty dun as we would call it. Don't overdress the fly.